Hello everybody, welcome to another video. With this one I'm going to try to be a lot quicker. Just because I have like a test tomorrow, so I'll try and get what I'm trying to get done as quickly as possible, maybe 20 minutes today. But we're back with another one. Today I wanted to talk about being afraid of doing something, right? Like, I wanted to continue on yesterday because yesterday's video was intended to be just completely about the fear of doing things, the fear of going out. Because with me, I've just been afraid my entire life of asking questions, just because I felt like the answer was always going to be predetermined for me, so it didn't matter whether or not I asked, because that was irrelevant to anything. So with me, I've been trying to get over that, and for example, this week will serve an important, test, like, because with me, the one thing I'm really afraid of is missing my opportunity. Oh my goodness, no. I was selected on here. Missing the opportunity to take action, because like, especially with things where like anything can happen, every day, every second you spend not doing anything is a second you lose getting your answer, And with me, I'm just too afraid to ask, just to know, just to figure out. But I've come across a circumstance where I need to ask, because the reality is that if I don't ask, I lose the opportunity forever. And this is not one of those opportunities I'm like really willing to let myself lose. This is no longer, it was okay to lose things that I didn't really care too much about, or that I could sort of rationalize, right? I could rationalize it a lot better, like, oh, as much as I wanted this thing, it's not that serious. Like, I can get XY thing somewhere else. But this is the first time where I've really felt like if I don't do anything, I will regret this decision of not doing anything forever. And it's like, it really hit me like a truck, because it's like, it doesn't, in my head, I didn't think I could ever think this way, I could ever feel this way. And I've been thinking about it, because it's like, it's been the only thing that's been on my mind for the last few days, and as we get closer to Wednesday, it's like, it's a weird feeling. Like, just even the thought, every time the thought comes up in my head, it's like just sitting there staring back at me, and I don't know what to do with it. It's just, I don't know how I move on forward, and I feel like the only way I can move forward is just to go forward with it, you know? Just go and try, you know? There's nothing wrong with trying. And I feel like that's the only thing I can do, right? But for me, this is a really big step out of my comfort zone, especially considering the fact that, like, historically, I've always been super down on myself when it comes to things like this. So now that I'm like, you know, now that I'm actually trying, it's like, it's really hitting me. And I don't know, like, the thing is, I'm not afraid of, like, I think I was talking about this yesterday. I'm not afraid of yes or no. I'm afraid of that nebulous other. You know, like, if you get a yes or a no to your question, right? No matter what that looks like, it's, you know, the answer. But I'm afraid of things I can't possibly think of, right? And the thing is, like, I've already replayed what I think's gonna happen, right? I think I was talking about this yesterday. I've already assumed that the answer is no. I'm just going to figure out if I was correct or not. Just to see, you know, there's no harm in just checking in my mind right now. Especially with this matter, it's like, it's also a matter of proving something to myself. But I'm just like, I feel like the closer I get to this, the worse I feel, you know? And part of me has realized this is just a natural part of the process. Unfortunately, it's 100% natural, but I just wish, like, I had already put in the work to get over it, you know? But, like, there's no point in really worrying about it too much, because as much as I already know what the answer is gonna be, this is gonna be good practice for the future, you know? So, moral of that sort of tangent is that you gotta try. Because if you don't try, you don't get anything. Right? Like, like, it's worth it to get a no, because a no is still a response, right? It's not a what if. What if is so much worse than no, in my opinion. What if I did this thing? What if I got this opportunity? What if I, like, all these what ifs, they're so much worse than just a no. If you have a no, you know the answer. You don't need to speculate. And I feel like with people who get trapped in these, like including myself, because I'm talking about myself, really. Like, I don't know why I said with people. I'm talking about myself. When you get trapped in thinking about, you know, all these possibilities that you are missing because of your decision making. You trap yourself. I know I've trapped myself in this thinking process. It's terrible. It doesn't feel good to be trapped. So essentially where I'm getting at is that you guys need to, or not really you guys, and more me. This is what I'm working on. The ability to just go for it. You know, some people are born with that, like, natural innate ability to just do, but I feel like most people aren't born with that. I feel like that's something you either gain as a kid or you don't, and a lot of it probably has to do with your upbringing. Some people can even lose the ability to be that person that goes for things, you know. Some people experience things that makes them fear being that person. So not everyone comes to the table with the ability to just go for it, you know. It's not like a thing that comes pre-built. It's something you have to work on. You have to challenge yourself, right? And that's the step I'm at now. I need to do this challenge, because if I don't, I will never live it down. And I've realized, especially with myself, the consequence of never asking isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. I will take any amount of other response over not getting closure. It's not an option for me. And part of me is proud of myself that I've come to this conclusion, especially considering what this means for me as a individual in terms of my growth. But the part that speaks out to me more is this nebulous feeling I had. It's like a mixture of everything. It's a mixture of excitement, happiness, but it's also a mixture of being scared, of being afraid. And it's sitting there inside of me, and I can't help but replay all the bad, all the good in my mind, even though I know it's probably gonna be a no. I can't help but replay both sides in my head, and it's just getting worse and worse, and I feel like it's just gonna culminate until tomorrow. But the reality is, I'll only know my answer once I step foot through that door. Right? I still haven't stepped through the door yet, so I don't have that answer. But if I put the work in and find it, if I put the work in and go for it, and then get my answer, I feel like I will have taken one of the greatest weights off myself. And there's no real telling if this will translate in the future. I feel like in the future, it's gonna take equal amounts of effort to get going. But I feel like this is a good first step. At least for me. Anyways, I've learned that you gotta just do. You know, they say the Nike slogan is just do it, but this is one of those moments where I just have to try. I can't get my answer by waiting for the answer to come to me. This is an answer I have to go seek out myself. And like I said, I feel like I know the answer, but I need to do this just for myself, to boost my confidence, to make it so I know to myself I can do it. You know, I can pursue these questions. I can pursue these thoughts. I can find out. I don't need to assume anymore. I spent all my life just assuming the worst, and now I realized I can actually find out. So, anyways, I'm still thinking about tomorrow. I have a test today, but my test is like the least of my concerns at this point. I also have work tomorrow, but like that's also irrelevant to me at this point. I'm really busy this week. I have an assignment after the week is over. I don't know why everybody decided to do something this week. So I feel like once this work is done, once I find out this answer, I can lift that weight off my chest. And then once that weight is gone, I can move on to working in different areas, because this is just the start. Right, this is just one step to my improvement. I can't improve just with this alone, but I need to take this step to even start. So that's my focus right now. Taking the first step, and then moving on from there. Anyways, I feel like it one day things are gonna come together for me. I don't really know when that day is, what that's gonna look like. This hand looks terrible, but one day things are gonna start coming together for me, and I can't wait until then. But up until then, I need to keep putting in this work. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys for watching this one. This one's a lot shorter. I guess I went through this one a lot quicker. Like, I don't understand why it took me so much shorter than the last one to do this one. Maybe I just take long because I'm talking so much. I try and get all my words in, but I'm done with this one, at least for now. Closing remarks. Stream is coming back. It's gonna be coming back this Thursday, so you know, Thursday at 1 a.m 12 a.m sometime around there, and then again in the morning at 8 on the dot. I may not have a fully mic the entire time in the morning, but we'll try my best, because you know, that's what we do. Anyways, thank you very much, guys, because like it's really getting somewhere, you know. I feel like I don't know every single thing that contributed to me getting to this point, you know, not about my art at all, but just like with my confidence. Like, it's the first time I've ever really seen myself actually realize something like this and go for it. Sadly, it's like a lost effort, but I do appreciate the opportunity. Anyways, I think that's done for now. Like, I probably could do more, but I'm too tired. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm setting up the streams for Thursday. Tomorrow's the last one of these videos before I start, you know, trying to return to regular programming. I had a few planned videos coming out, but I'm probably just gonna skip them. So there's probably gonna be no anatomy video, or at least like no concrete anatomy video. That's being put on the back burner. As for videos that are guaranteed coming up, I'm gonna be doing quite a few of them. So I think there's like 6 planned. So that's what we're gonna work on, and I hope you guys enjoy. Anyways, thank you very much, and I will see you guys later. Peace.